ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮುರಳಿ ಮೋಹನ್ ವಿ, ಸಹಾಯಕ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕನಾಗಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಪ್ರಥಮ ದರ್ಜೆ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಕುಮಟಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಧಾರವಾಡ in financial accounting they framed the syllabus as self-balancing ledger and sectional balancing for the BCom first year. In the previous sessions, we discussed so many aspects. Today, we'll discuss with the in self-balancing ledger, what are all the entries we have to pass with regards to debtors. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಟಾರ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಯಾವ ಯಾವ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ನೋಡಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಡೆಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟನ್ನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವೆನ್ debtors account has to be prepared by the company means whenever company they're selling goods on credit basis. Sometimes they sell goods both on cash and credit. That time also they have to prepare debtors account. If they are selling goods only based on cash, at that time you have to prepare debtors account to find out either closing balance or to find out how much credit sales. Now we'll see what are all the entries we have to pass. See, whenever the goods, selling goods to customer based on credit basis, normal entry which to record individual customer account debtor to sales account. Say example, company sold goods for Mr. M, rupees 10,000. The entry will be M account debtor to sales account. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪನಿಯವರು ಎಂ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ 10,000 ಮೌಲ್ಯದ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಮ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಎಮ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಮ್ಮು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್. ಸಿ, ಎಮ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋನು ಕಂಪನಿ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ಎಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಾಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎಮ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ನಾಮಿನಲ್, ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸಿ, ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಯಲ್, ನಾಮಿನಲ್, ಇನ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರಿಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಹೋಗೋದು ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಹಣ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ಮನಿ ಈಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಕಂಡು ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೇನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾರುವುದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಆದಾಯ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ವರಮಾನ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಸೇಲ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ದ ರೂಲ್ ಇಸ್ debit what comes in, credit what goes out. From company, goods is going out. So goods value is decreasing. Therefore, the normal entry will be M account or else customer account debtor 10,000 to sales account 10,000. This is normal entry. When you're talking about self-balancing, as I said, in self-balancing, we have to prepare two accounts. General ledger, another one is general ledger adjustment account. See, general ledger is nothing but recording transactions in the separate books. For example, preparing ledger accounts for the real accounts, preparing ledger accounts for the liabilities account, preparing ledger accounts for the expenses account, preparing ledger accounts for the income account. This is called as ledger, general ledger. General ledger adjustment means when the company, if they are rating the books of accounts under the accrual basis. Accrual basis is nothing but whether income received or not, expenses paid or not. Whenever income and expenses are raised, that time if you are entering the books of accounts, that time there is a possibility of wrong. Something may not went wrong. That time the accuracy of the books of accounts is not correct. That time we have to prepare general ledger adjustment. The entry in self-balancing ledger, debtors ledger adjustment account debtor, or to general ledger adjustment account. See this debtors ledger adjustment account in which book? General ledger. General ledger adjustment account in which book? Debtors account. This is normal entry. Now we will see what are all the entries we have to pass with regards to. First entry for credit sales. Normal entry, individual customer account debtor to sales account. In self-balancing, debtors ledger adjustment account debtor to general adjustment account. Second entry for cash or check received from customer. After selling of goods on credit basis, after some time, the customer, if is making payment for the company in the form of cash, or else in the form of, you can make payment in the form of bank instruments, say check, DD, etc. That time, normal entry will be cash or bank account debtor to individual customer account. See here, cash, why cash account is debit? Cash belongs to the real account. So to make debit what comes in. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕಂಪನಿಯವರು ಹಣ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ವಿತಿನ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. Therefore, cash account is debit. Individual customer, why is credit? Because customer is a person, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So customer is giving payment for the company. So he is a giver. Therefore, customer account has to be credit. This is normal entry. We are talking about self-balancing, general ledger adjustment account debtor to debtors ledger adjustment. ಮೂರನೇ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲೌಡ್ ಆರ್ ಅಲೋವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಟು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್. ಸೊ ಯೂಸರ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲೌಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡಿಟಾರ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಇನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡಿಟಾರ್ ಟು debtors ledger adjustment account. Fourth one for bad debts. So bad debts is nothing but amount is not yet recovered from the customer. The amount it is not yet recovered from the customer. For example, 10,000 worth they sold, out of which the customer paid only 9,000 rupees. So remaining 1,000 it is still pending. That is, you can call it as bad debts. For that entry, bad debts account debtor to individual customer. In self-balancing, general ledger adjustment account debtor to debtors ledger adjustment account. Fifth entry for bills receivables received from the customer. Normal entry bills receivables account debtor to individual customer account. In self-balancing, general ledger adjustment account debtor to debtors ledger adjustment account. For sixth entry for return inwards. Return inwards account debtor to individual customer account. Return inwards means customer is sending back goods to the company. Is returning the goods to the company. It may be for various reasons. The customer, if he buy excess than the actual requirement, or else if there is any physical damage in the goods delivered. So entry will be return inwards account debtor to individual customer. In self-balancing, general ledger adjustment account debtor to debtors ledger adjustment account. Seventh entry for bills or check received dishonored. So whenever customer made payment in the form of bills receivables or check, when company is presented for the payment, when they are presented for the payment, that time they may not able to pay full specified amount. Say example, they give one check, customer give one check worth rupees 10,000. That time the bank they paid only rupees 9,000 or 9,500. So whatever the amount specified in the instrument, they paid less than that amount. So remaining whatever amount not yet paid, that we can call it as dishonor. Failed to accept the bill. That is called as dishonored. The entry will be individual customer account debtor to bills receivables account. In self-balancing, general ledger adjustment account debtor to debtors ledger adjustment account. Last entry for interest on customers overdue account or cost of carriage charges to customer. Entry will be individual customer account debtor to interest account. In self-balancing, general ledger adjustment account debtor to debtors ledger account. Now we'll see with the ledger accounts. In general ledger, we have to prepare debtors ledger adjustment account. See, in debtors ledger account, first you have to write the entries called as opening balances of the debtors. So opening balance to balance brought down. Next you have to write to general ledger adjustment account. After that, you have to write all the aspects. Wherever written in the journal entries, two. You have to write all this. First one is in general ledger adjustment. First one is credit sales. See, credit sales sometimes they may give the problem. Sometimes we have to find how much credit sales. Next, bills receivables dishonored. So whatever bills receivables received by the company, if any dishonored, that one you have to write to bills receivables dishonored. Similar, the customer made payment in the form of instrument, bank instruments. Again, if it is anything dishonored, to bank account. Next, to interest and cortage charges. Bills receivables cancelled. Bills receivables discount and dishonored, to carriage and sundry charges. This is all the transactions you have to enter under the debit side of the debtors general ledger adjustment account. We'll see credit side by balance brought down. If any opening credit balance in the debtors account, you have to write, then you have to write by general ledger adjustment account. First, by cash or check received accounts, by bills receivables account, by bills receivables drawn account, by returns inwards account, by discount allowed accounts, by rebate and allowance account, by bad debts account, by transfer to creditors account, by balance carried down. If in the problem we didn't give closing balance of debtors, then this balance will call by balance carried down. We see next in debtors account, debtors ledger account, we have to prepare general ledger adjustment account. It is opposites. What are all the entries we made in the debtors ledger debit side? In general adjustment, you have to enter under the credit side. In debtors ledger adjustment account, what are all the entries we made under the credit side? In general adjustment account, you have to enter under the credit side. So you have to observe one thing, whatever balance we got in the debtors ledger adjustment account, if you got balance in debit side, in general ledger adjustment will get credit side. If it is in debtors ledger adjustment account, will get balance under credit side. In general ledger adjustment will get balance under the debit side. So therefore, for more clarity and more information, you can refer what are all the books I specified here. ಪ್ರಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತರಗತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಒಂದು ತರಗತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ LMS ತರತಕ್ಕಂಥ PPT ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಓದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಭವಾಗಲಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.